Hello everyone! Have a nice day today. We are now going to discuss about compounding more than once a year. At the end of the lesson, the learner is able to compute maturity value, interest, and present value, and solve problems involving compound interest when compound interest is computed more than once a year. Definition of terms. Conversion or interest period, that is the time between successive conversions of interest. Frequency of conversion, M, that is the number of conversion periods in 1 year. Nominal rate, I to the M, that is the annual rate of interest. Rate of interest for each conversion period, J, is equal to I to the M over M, that is the annual rate of interest or the frequency of conversion. Total number of conversion periods, N, that is equal to M multiplied by T, or frequency of conversion multiplied by the time in years. And R, it denotes the interest rate. Now that an interest rate can refer to two rates, I to the M, that is the nominal rate, and J, that is the rate per conversion period. Okay, look at this table. On the first column, it states I to the M is the nominal rate or the annual interest rate. On the second column, M is the frequency of conversion. J, on the third column, is the interest rate per conversion period. And on the fourth column, once conversion period. Let's have in the second row, 2% compounded annually. I to the first is 0.02. The frequency of conversion is 1. So 0.02 over 1 is 2%. Then the conversion period is 1 year. 2% compounded semi-annually. So the frequency of conversion is 2. That is because it is semi-annually. So 0.02 over 2 is 1%. Then the conversion period is 6 months. Next, on the fourth row, 2% compounded quarterly. The frequency of conversion is 4. So 0.02 over 4, that is 0.5%. The conversion period is 3 months. On the fifth row, so 2% compounded monthly. So the frequency of conversion is 12. So 0.02 over 12 is 0.0016 or 0.16%. The conversion period is 1 month. On the last column, 2% compounded daily. So the frequency of conversion is 365. So 0.02 over 365. So the conversion period is 1 day. Now let's have the formula for the maturity value compounding M times a year. So F is equal to P multiplied by 1 plus I to the M over M to the power of M times T, where F is the maturity or the future value, P is the principal, I to the M is the nominal rate of interest or the annual rate, M is the frequency of conversion, and T or time in years, or that is the term. Sample problem. Find the maturity value and interest if 10,000 pesos is deposited in a bank at 2% compounded quarterly for 5 years. Let's have the given. The P or the principal in the problem is 10,000 pesos. I to the 4 is 0.02. The T or the time is 5 years. The M or the frequency of conversion is 4. So let's now have the formula. F is equal to P times the quantity 1 plus I to the M over M to the power of MT. So F, or the future value or the maturity value, is 10,000 pesos multiplied by 1 plus 0.02 over 4 to the power of 4 times 5. The result is 11,048 pesos and 96 centavos. Let's now compute for the compound interest. That is equal to the future value minus the principal. So the future value is 11,048 and 96 centavos minus 10,000 pesos. The result is 1,048 and 96 centavos. So the compound interest is 1,048 pesos and 96 centavos. Let's now have another sample problem. Find the maturity value and interest if 10,000 pesos is deposited in a bank at 2% compounded monthly for 5 years. So the given is P is 10,000 pesos, the I to the 12, or the nominal rate is 0.02, the T or the time is 5 years, and M or the frequency of conversion is 12. That is because it is compounded monthly. The formula is F is equal to P times the quantity 1 plus I to the M over M to the power of MT. So F is equal to 10,000 pesos times 1 plus 0.02 over 12 to the power of 12 times 5. So the future value is 11,050 pesos and 79 centavos. So the compound interest, the formula is I is equal to F minus P. So 11,050 and 79 centavos minus 10,000 pesos. So the compound interest is 1,050 and 79 centavos. Let's now have another problem. Chris borrows 50,000 pesos and promised to pay the principal and interest 12% compounded monthly. How much must he repay after 6 years? Given the principal is 50,000 pesos, I to the 12 or the nominal rate of interest is 12% or 0.12. The T or time is 6 years, and M or frequency of conversion is 12. So we will now use the formula F is equal to P times the quantity 1 plus I to the M over M to the power of M times T. So F or the future value or the maturity value is 50,000 pesos multiplied by 1 plus 0.12 over 12 to the power of 12 times 6. So the future value is 102,354 pesos and 97 centavos. So he must repay 102,354 pesos and 97 centavos after 6 years. Let's now have another formula, which is the present value at compound interest. The formula is P is equal to F over 1 plus I to the M over M to the power of M times T, or P or the principal or the present value is equal to F times the quantity 1 plus R over M to the power of negative M times T, where F is the maturity or the future value, P is the principal, I to the M is the nominal rate of interest or annual rate, M is the frequency of conversion, and T is the term or time in years. Let's have a sample problem. Find the present value of 50,000 pesos in 4 years if money is invested at 12% compounded semi-annually. Given P or the principal is 50,000 pesos, I to the 2 is 0.12, T is 4 years, and M, which is the frequency of conversion, is 2. Let's now use the formula. P is equal to F times the quantity 1 plus R over M to the power of negative M times T. P is equal to 50,000 pesos times the quantity 1 plus 0.12 over 2 to the power of negative 2 times 4. So the principal is equal to 31,370 pesos and 62 centavos. Let's now have another formula for the rate. R is equal to M times the bracket F over P to the power of 1 over N minus 1, where F is the compound amount or maturity value, M is the conversion period, where if annually M is equal to 1, semi-annually M is equal to 2, quarterly M is equal to 4, and monthly M is equal to 12. And also, N is the total number of conversion periods. N is equal to M times T. Sample problem. At what rate of interest compounded semi-annually will 14,300 pesos accumulate to 17,000 pesos in 2 years and 6 months? Given P or the principal is 14,300 pesos, F or the future value is 17,000 pesos, and time is equal to 2 and 6 over 12 years or 2.5 years. M is 2 or the frequency of conversion, N is equal to M times T. So N is equal to 2 times 2.5, so that is 5. So remember that N is the total number of conversion periods. Let's now have the formula. R is equal to M times the bracket quantity F over P to the power of 1 over N minus 1. So R is equal to 2 times the bracket 17,000 over 14,300 to the power of 1 over 5 minus 1. So I compute that one on the calculator. So R is equal to 0.0704 or 7.04%. Let's now have another formula for time. Time or T is equal to logarithm of F over P over M times bracket logarithm of 1 plus I, where T or time per year, F is the compound amount or maturity value, M is the conversion period. Take note, annually M is equal to 1, semi-annually, M is equal to 2, quarterly, M is equal to 4, and monthly, M is equal to 12. And take note, I is the periodic rate, which is equal to R over M. So R there is the rate. Let's now have a sample problem. How many years will it take for 12,000 pesos to become 50,000 pesos at 5% compounded annually? Let's have the given. P, or the principal, is equal to 12,000 pesos. I to the 1 is 0.05. M is equal to 1, that is the conversion periods. Number of conversion periods. That is 1 because it is annually or yearly. F, or the future value, is 50,000 pesos. So I is equal to R over M, the rate, over M, which is equal to 0.05 over 1, which is equal to 0.05. So we are now going to find the time. The formula for time is equal to logarithm of F over P over M times the bracket logarithm of 1 plus I. So T is equal to logarithm of 50,000 over 12,000 over 1 times the bracket logarithm of 1 plus 0.05. So T is equal to 0.6197887583 over 0.02118929907. So the time is 29.25 or 29 years. So it would take 29 years to accumulate 50,000 pesos from your 12,000 if it is compounded annually by 5%. Now, here are the references from General Mathematics Module 2 Second Quarter and General Mathematics Teaching Guide for Senior High School. Thanks to DepEd. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Subscribe for more content in Analyze Math.